In a world dominated by CGI and high-definition everything, it's easy to overlook the classics that laid the groundwork for modern cinema. But some black and white movies are like a fine wine. They've only gotten better with age. These films, despite their lack of color, are still worth watching in 2024, proving that great storytelling never goes out of style. Unsettling in its exploration of human wickedness, The Night of the Hunter fuses American film noir and German expressionism in a unique brew. This movie is a sinister tale of a pretending preacher ruthlessly pursuing two children who are privy to their deceased father's stolen treasure's location. The striking black and white aesthetics heighten the suspenseful and evocative narrative, casting a spectral, dreamlike aura. This gritty story interweaves the struggle between personal conscience and societal unity, saturating it with profound socio-political commentary. Despite its mid-20th century backdrop, its vivid illustration of societal maladies remains arresting and relevant due to the evergreen character of its central themes. Marlon Brando's amazing portrayal of Terry Malloy, the disenchanted former boxer, secured him an Oscar. Sunset Boulevard takes a hard look at the heart of Hollywood, brought to life by Billy Wilder. The story follows a washed-up silent movie actress desperate to reclaim her lost fame and a struggling scriptwriter chasing success. Sunset Boulevard dives into the fleeting nature of fame, Hollywood's brutal reality, and the heartbreak of getting older, topics that still hit home today. Its dark take on Tinseltown and the human condition feels just as relevant now, cementing its status as a timeless classic. Fritz Lang's Metropolis is a game-changer in film history, with its visionary story and groundbreaking visuals. This futuristic urban dystopia is packed with jaw-dropping architecture, inventive special effects, and unforgettable characters, marking a huge moment in the rise of science fiction. Metropolis has influenced countless modern dystopian sci-fi films, with its themes of class struggle and dehumanization still hitting home today. Sidney Lumet's 12 Angry Men is a masterclass in character analysis and building tension, making it a quintessential courtroom drama. The film dives deep into the human mind as 12 jurors grapple with a murder case, showcasing how doubt, belief, and persuasion play out under pressure. Even today, 12 Angry Men feels strikingly relevant. Its examination of bias in decision-making and group dynamics hits hard in a time when conversations about justice and equality are more critical than ever. More than 60 years since the release of one of Kurosawa's most enduring cinematic masterpieces, Seven Samurai, filmmakers of today are still taking notes. The film essentially introduced the world to the commonplace assembling a team to defeat a common enemy trope. Ring a bell? Avengers, the Star Wars saga, the Fast and the Furious franchise, the list goes on. Not to mention, the film was revolutionary in its cinematography, editing, fight sequences, and more, all of which still make it worth a watch today. Based on the 1930 novel of the same name, the 1941 film adaptation of The Maltese Falcon is a classic in that it was one of the first to embrace the crime noir genre. That means that the film, and director John Huston's innovative blueprint for the genre, inspired countless films in the years and decades that followed, from Chinatown to Mulholland Drive to Blade Runner and beyond. The film follows George Bailey, a depressed businessman, as he is visited by Clarence, an angel trying to earn his wings by showing George what the world would have been like had he never been born, and how valuable his presence is to so many people. It's those themes of joy and merriment, coupled with the fact that it's set around Christmas time, that continue to ignite the holiday spirit for viewers year after year. As, arguably, Alfred Hitchcock's best and most beloved film, Psycho is one of cinema's greatest achievements of all time, often making it close to the top spot of must-see films for any serious film buff. But it's one scene in particular that almost everyone, even people who haven't seen the film, have ingrained in their brains. The infamous shower scene is a touchstone of pop culture that still sends shivers down the spines of viewers some 60 years later. The tale is quite grim. It deals with severe poverty, the Dust Bowl, the trials and tribulations of Western migration, etc. But the cinematography and the acting, specifically by silver screen legend Henry Fonda, make the film an enduring classic. Set during the Great Depression, this enduring classic is still guaranteed to captivate audiences today. Harper Lee's beloved 1960 novel is still taught in English classes today. The themes of racism, equality, and moral righteousness are still all too relatable today. The 1962 film, directed by Robert Mulligan, holds nearly as much weight as the book does. For a lot of students, this is their favorite book they read in school, and the cherry on top is, after they finish reading and discussing the book, they get to watch the characters come to life in the film version. 80 years since its release, lines from Casablanca are still embedded in everyday vernacular. Phrases like, "We'll always have Paris," and "Here's looking at you, kid," are commonplace, even though most people who say these lines probably don't even know where they came from. If there's any such sign that a film has had a cultural impact so deep, so long-lasting, then this is it. Casablanca is often included near the top slot on lists of the best movies of all time, and for good reason. Ask anyone who knows even a sliver of silver screen history, and they'll tell you, Citizen Kane is one of the greatest movies of all time. Orson Welles' 1941 masterpiece was so innovative in terms of cinematography, so ahead of its time with cutting-edge movie-making techniques, and bolstered by a plot that still haunts viewers today. While Welles may have never reached the same heights of storytelling again, there is no doubt that Citizen Kane secured his place in the pantheon of iconic filmmakers.